One Country Reefs 88 here. Sorry, I've been kind of cave dwelling, kind of hibernation a little bit. Kind of busy. Got a job offer. I start tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited. So I've been kind of busy trying to get everything done and updated. I just want to do a quick update on my tank. My yellow tank is out and about. It is doing amazing, healthy, happy, loves to play with all the other fish. I mean, these four right here, they stick together. It's just ridiculous. They all stay together and help each other out. And the wrasse and the clowns are pretty much bonded together. The wrasse never leaves the clowns, and vice versa. As you can see, they're always next to each other. The tang kind of stays. I'm sorry, I say that 3 times fast. The tang kind of stays right over here in this little cave back here. But other than that, my tank is doing really well. After that kind of, after the kind of crash, I had a little, like a mini cycle. I want to say, with all the new water I added, kind of threw my ecosystem off just a little bit, my balance. But other than that, everything is striving now. Everything is doing really well. My acans, this one right here, the orange one's doing awesome. And as you can see, my Lord's acan, look at all the growth I have on this thing. It's just ridiculous on how much growth. Let me see if I can zoom in and focus. There we go. It's just ridiculous on how much that thing has grown. My pink zippers over here, it only had 2 heads on there when I bought it. Now it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 heads on now. So it's really starting to look good. My eagle eyes are looking really good. My eagle eyes, and there's 1 dragon, radioactive dragon on there, doing really good. I had a friend who unfortunately is going through some stuff, and he had to move. He had nowhere to put his corals, so I'm kind of hosting some corals right now for him. Just some nice looking zoas of his right here, and these ones right here. They're closed up because the lights just turned on, and I kind of like those. Those are kind of cool. And then also this big piece of GSP green star polyps right here are his too. Like I said, I'm just trying to save what I can of his, because all he pretty much gave me his stuff in was these barrels right here. And I have circulators, or I have a circulation pump in one of them with the rest of the stuff. I also put some of the live rock in my wife's tank, just to try and keep that stuff alive. Also, it kind of helps my wife's tank get seated, and so that it can start my wife's tank up, and we can start putting stuff in hers. I don't know if you guys can see it, but she does have 1 lonely fish. It was donated by a friend of ours. He knew my wife was trying to get her tank started up, so he kind of let us know he had a fish. It's starting to come out right now. He had a fish. It's just a damsel. I forget the actual specific name. It's that pink with yellow damsel. Nothing too extravagant, but it's definitely, she liked it, so that's all that matters. But yeah, that's her tank. So that's what I did with some of the live rock. Live rock in this tank does have some coral, but it's not too happy right now. This stuff was just way too large to put in my tank. So I had nowhere to put it but in her tank. One other thing is I moved my skimmer. Unfortunately, my skimmer is so big that with my new addition to my sump, and I personally did not make my stand tall enough for this thing. This is how tall my skimmer is. It literally goes from all the way back down there all the way to the top. It's rated for, I think, 250 or 300 gallons. So I had to put it behind. It doesn't make too much noise. It's actually pretty quiet, so I'm not too worried about it. Maybe later down the road I'll find something to be able to fit down below. My sump is doing pretty good. I got a little cyano breakout in the bottom. But other than that, it's doing really well. The algae, or the macro, is starting to grow. That I put down there. This is the chamber that had the skimmer in it. I had the skimmer sitting on the egg crate right there, but like I said, I just had to get rid of it. I couldn't pull the collection tray out, and so the collection tray was starting to overload, so I had to pull it out and put it somewhere else. And this way I can do maintenance to the skimmer. Either way, it's still going to do a good job, and I see it this way, that since I don't have a skimmer down here, it'll help my macroalgae get more nutrients, thus allowing the fight against the cyanoalgae down here. And as you can see, I'll try to zoom in, my copepods down here are just breeding like no other. It is a copepod farm down here, which is awesome. You guys probably see them on top of the cyanoalgae, and I apologize about the outbreak. I've been trying to do my best to fight against it, but it's an ongoing battle. As you can see some of the parts where I've tried vacuuming out and tried getting it out. So, but I'm pretty confident I can beat this stuff. But other than that, this is pretty much it. Like I said, look at all those copepods. It's actually really cool to see. And they're actually starting to make their way up to the top of the tank, and it's actually getting really populated up there. So I'm really excited, because some of the other fish that I want are copepod like based diet. I want to get the mandrian, and I also want to get a leopard grassy. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm gonna wait maybe a couple more months until I can be for sure that I'm gonna have a really established tank for those two fish to really have a sufficient amount of copepods and all the other organisms that they would eat. And you see on the glass, I mean, there's a bunch of copepods on the glass, and it's really starting to get overpopulated, which is really a good thing. I'm starting to win the battle against the nuisance algae up top. It's starting to go away, as you can see. Just doing your weekly water changes. This week, someone told me to try and do it every other week, but I think I'm going to go back to weekly water changes and just do 10% water changes. I didn't like how my tank was reacting to it, so I'm going to go back to weekly 10%. Also, another update, my snails have been laying eggs like crazy. That's just from last night. This right here is just from last night. I mean, everywhere I look, there's more eggs everywhere. Now, the survival rate of these eggs, I have no clue. Some people say good luck. It's, you have a really bad chance of raising them. Some people are like, yeah, some of them will hatch, some of them will die. But I'm pretty excited. It's showing that my tank is somewhat established. So it's not bad for, I think, what, four months now. So I'm pretty excited about this. I apologize for not keeping you guys updated. Like I said, I've had some other things I've had to get to. Also, Sim, I hope you watch this. I apologize. Your prize is coming in the mail, and I'm very sorry. I completely slipped my mind. It was put away and put aside, basically out of sight, item out of mind, and I completely forgot about it. That is my fault. I will be sending that to you ASAP, and you can hold me to that. Also, another one big thing is I just got sponsored by another company called Ocean Nutrition. Really great company. They're going to be sending me a lot of goodies, a lot of testers, a lot of giveaways, so keep updated on that, so we can start giving a lot of giveaways out, and I'll make sure this time it actually gets out the same day.